स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दम् कृपापूर्णम् जगत्पतिम् हरिषड्वर्गजेतारम् नित्यानन्दगुरुम् भजे। स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दम् कृपापूर्णम् जगत्पतिम् हरिषड्वर्गजेतारम्.
Let me read the sutra. Gata vibhajane drishtim bittistyakva vinikshipet tallayam takshanat gatve tallayat tanmayabhavet. At the edge of the deep well, look steadily into its depths until the wondrousness happens to you. Very powerful technique. Just a slight, small difference between yesterday's technique and today's technique. But there are different kinds of minds. For all kinds of minds, Shiva is teaching. At the edge of a deep well, look steadily into its depths until the wondrousness. Understand? Again, this technique is also about falling in love, falling in tune. See, the yesterday's technique and today's technique, both are about falling in tune. But the yesterday's technique was falling in tune with a living being, an enlightened master. Today's technique is about falling in tune with an object. Sometimes falling in love with an object is little easy because you can possess it. You can possess it. Why? People have got pets. No food for living human beings. But these guys are spending so much on the pet animals. Actually, when you can't love human beings, pets is a nice substitute. See, the difficulty with opening up to human being is the risk of no is there. When you open up with a human being, he may say no. He may not receive you. He may not be behaving as you want. He may not be expressive. But with the pets, you feed them. They have to do what you want. And you can tie them in a rope and put them in a cage when you don't want to spend time with them. With human beings, things are little unpredictable. They may have the mood when you don't have, they may not have the mood when you have. But with pets, things are more under your control. You can choose. Understand, but it is very poor substitute. Learn how to open up to the higher level beings. Understand? First level, opening up to an animal, where things are under your control. Second level, opening up to a human being, where 50% is under your control and 50% is under his control. Third, opening up to an enlightened being, nothing is under your control. Nothing is under your control. That is why it is very difficult to open up to an enlightened being, because you will lose your very boundary. When you open up to an enlightened being, you will lose the idea where your hand ends, where your body ends. You just relax, disappear into him. His vastness, the amazing energy, just you are lost in his presence. Or I can say you are first time experiencing yourself. I can't say you are lost. First time you are back home. You discovered yourself. First time you will discover who you are. Different levels of falling in love. Shiva is not saying no to anybody. Any level is okay. He is ready to give technique for that level person. Understand? Whether you are able to open up to an enlightened being, there is a technique, yesterday's technique. Diksha, just initiation, liberates. If you are able to open up to a human being, again he has got a technique. Just few days ago, I finished the technique. If you are able to open up only to animals, again he has got techniques for that kind of a human being. If you are not even able to open up to animals, because even with animals there is one danger, they may die. If they die, things are not under your control completely. You can open up only to an object. Then also, you also have a technique. Here, Shiva is giving methods even for that kind of human beings. Sometime, people who lived in the forest, who lived with nature, they can open up to an object easily, even if they are in high level consciousness. Even if they are in the level of opening up to a master, they may not find a master. They can just open up. They can just feel connected to an object in the forest. So even for that kind of people, this technique will be very useful. This is more like opening up to a nature. Opening up to a nature. Even if you are intelligent enough, powerful enough, intense enough to open up to a master, if you have never seen a master, and if you are living in a forest, you may open up to an object with such a deep connection, and that object will serve as God or master. There is a beautiful story of a great devotee of Shiva. His name is called Kannappa, means the father who gave eyes to Shiva. Understand, the story says, Shiva has got 3 eyes. In the 3, one and a half belongs to Devi, because he has given his half to Devi. The remaining 1 and a half, one belongs to this devotee. Only half is his eye. Let me tell the story. It's a beautiful story. There was a hunter in a forest. That guy, his only work is from morning till night, he will hunt animals, cook them, eat, sleep. That's a life. Fortunately, did not get civilized. Sometimes civilization takes away some beautiful things in the human beings. Sometimes they are too costly than the civilization. Means the possibility to open up is taken away in this process of so-called civilization. Fortunately, this guy, even though lived as a hunter, did not lose that dimension of his being. I call this dimension as a 6th sense. Possibility to open up. This guy did not lose that possibility. If you doubt constantly anything and everything you see, be very clear, you lost that sixth sense. Civilization has happened to you. You are now civilized. You can have a big board. I am completely civilized. Now you know how to find reason, how to justify things, how to do anything. Now you know logically how to find reasons, how to doubt, how to justify whatever you do. Small story. One day in late night, 10 o'clock, a guy saw behind his car, the cop's car with red lights, sign. He's trying to chase him. This guy thought, I think I can outrun him. And it's a county road, a remote road. He tried increasing the speed. His cop also did not leave. He also increased. In few minutes there was a big race. Went to 60, 70, 90, 100 miles. After half an hour, this guy realized he can't escape. So he stopped, pulled over. Cop came near him and said, officer came near him and said, hey, today I really had a lousy day. Just tell me some reason, I'll let you go. Just tell me some reason, I'll let you go. The guy thought for a moment and said, yes, I know the reason why I ran away, looking at you. He said, what? 3 weeks ago, my wife ran away with a police officer. When I saw your car, I thought you are the officer and you are trying to bring her back to me. You can always justify. You can always justify. With civilization, you get the power to justify, but you lose the capacity to open up. Your logic becomes very sharp, but the sixth sense, power to open up, is lost. This devotee, fortunately, did not lose the ability to open up. In the forest, one day when he went for hunting, he saw beautiful Shiva's Murti, the Shivalinga. Shivalinga with a face carved on it. In India you will see varieties, different kinds of Shivalingas. Different kinds of Shivalingas with a different forms and ways and different things. There was a Shivalinga with a face carved on it. The moment he saw that Shivalinga, he saw that Murti, he saw that statue, he fell in love with that. Somehow he was able to open himself. Every day he started visiting that place. He felt the God is there in that form, or the higher energy is there in that form. After 2-3 days, he started talking to it, talking to Shiva. When you see God, you don't see statue. When you see statue, you don't see God. Understand? When you see it as a God, you will not see that as a statue or just an idol. When you see it as an idol, you will not see that as a God. Somehow he felt it's God. He did not see it as a statue. He started talking to Shiva. Oh Lord, it's so nice you are here just for me. And he said, just see that I get a good animal today so that I'll give you a feast. Whatever he gets, he will nicely cook. Not only he will nicely cook, he will first taste it and see whether it is really cooked well. Then bring that portion, that flesh, to that Shiva, and he will offer it. It's a very strange kind of worship. He doesn't have any vessel to bring water and wash that place. So he will take water in his mouth. He will collect all the flowers and put it in his hair. There is no other flower basket for him. He will collect all the flowers and put it in his hair, in his jata. The hunters will have a big matted lock. He will put it in his matted lock, fill water in his mouth, and carry that flesh or that meat in a palm leaf in one hand. Bring there, and he will spit that water on that statue, on that Shiva, and put all the flowers on that Shiva and decorate him. Put this flesh in front of him and pray to him, O Lord, please eat the best portion of the meat, the flesh I brought for you. He will do all his puja. Then he will tell, oh, I think you are feeling a little shy because I am here. I will go away, you eat later on. When you feel like, you eat that time. When you open innocently the power of existence, the big problem is we lost how to open up innocently, honestly. He will tell, now it is time, you please eat later on. Maybe I'll give you private time. You will go away. Actually, there was a traditional intellectual guy who also used to come to that place to worship rarely. That day he came and he saw all that meat in front of Shiva, and these traditional intellectuals usually not only they are vegetarians, they are dead against non-veg. I always tell people, take vegetarian vow, nothing wrong, but don't hate non-vegetarian people. Let them have what they want. People come and ask me, how to convince others to take up vegetarian food? I tell them, why do you want to convince? You must be jealous of them enjoying. You must be feeling that saliva when they eat. Otherwise, why will you get interested in convincing them? If you know vegetarian is good, just enjoy, stop with it, over. Why do you want to convince? Because there must be in one corner of your mind a little, I think once in a while, okay. Or that saliva is there in the mouth. Otherwise, why will you try to convince somebody who is not bothered about convincing you? See, no non-veg person goes to convince others, eat non-veg. But all these vegetarian people goes to convince non-veg people, don't have non-veg, eat vegetarian. See the fun part of it. No non-vegetarian person goes to convince vegetarians. Please have non-vegetarian also. No. Please become non-vegetarian. No. But all these vegetarian guys, they go around and convince every non-vegetarian person. In our healing initiation, of course, that initiation can be taken or practiced only with a vegetarian food. With a non-vegetarian food, you will have a little side effect. Your system will not be able to adjust, cope up with it. So when these guys become vegetarians, first thing they do is they will go around and start canvassing. Start preaching, you became vegetarian, it's good. Little jealous on corner. Here, this guy is a great intellectual who is doing the puja with all the vegetarian tradition way. He came and saw, God, what is this? All non-veg things are lying. How can this happen? He threw everything out, cleared the place, And he did formal worship of bringing water from in a proper pot and cleaning the spot and did everything. And then went away. After a few days, again this hunter devotee came. Again he did his own way of worship, pouring the water, spitting, not even pouring. Because he has brought water in the mouth. And removing flowers from his hair and putting it. And that fresh meat, flesh, which he tasted, he offered it. Then said, all right Shiva, now you can have a little private time. You can taste when you want. This the hunter devotee, he thought the earlier flesh which he kept, Shiva's eaten. He didn't know that some other guy came and removed it. He thought, oh, I think you enjoyed it. That's why there is nothing left. Even the leaf is not there. So again put the food and went away. Again, this traditional Orthodox devotee, intellectually, this guy came and saw, God, once more this meat. Who is doing this sacrilegious act? Who is disturbing? I should stay here today and see who is the guy who is coming and doing these things. And I'll take him to task. He has hidden himself in one corner behind a tree, waiting. Who is coming and doing that job? After a few hours, as usual, our devotee came and he saw, oh God, you finished this meat also. That's nice, but I brought some more for you. So he came and did as usual, spitting the water, putting the flowers, and he put all the meat in front of the God and started his puja. That traditional Orthodox intellectual guy, he was about to jump out and stop this guy. Suddenly he saw from that Shiva's one eye blood started coming. So this traditional guy got frightened. God, now I don't know what to do. Let me just see what will happen. I think now Shiva himself is going to punish this fellow. This guy will be punished by Shiva himself. Let me wait and see how Shiva punishes. When this hunter devotee, Kannappa, saw the blood coming, immediately he said, God, what has happened to your eyes? I should do something. He ran here and there to get some herbs to treat, but nothing worked. Then the devotee was hiding. That guy, the traditional old guy, he saw, oh, this fellow is not bad guy. He is trying to only cure. Let me just see what happens. He was hiding and just watching the whole fun, whole drama without coming out. This hunter devotee ran here and there, tried to collect some herbal medicines to heal Shiva's eyes. Nothing worked out. Then this devotee decided, I think, first eye transplantation, eye surgery. He decided, I will give my eyes for Shiva. So he just removed one of his eyes and put at the spot of Shiva's eyes. First transplanting surgery. I don't know how many thousands of years ago. The story says that eye got healed, got cured. But the drama doesn't end there. Suddenly in the other eye also blood started coming. Now it is too much. This hunting devotee, actually the devotee is getting tested for his devotion. The devotee saw the blood coming in the other eye also. He decided, I'll give my other eye also. That traditional intellectual person who was standing, hiding behind the tree was shocked when he saw the power of devotion. But he did not come out. He was frozen in the fear, just hiding. This hunter devotee does not have much time to think, oh God, you are having pain, you are having bleeding, I should immediately help, do something. So he decided to remove the other eye also and put it. Then suddenly he remembered, if I remove my one other eye also, I will not know where Shiva's eyes are there, the second eye. Because I will become completely blind. So now itself I should mark where that Shiva's eyes are there. And then remove the other eye, replace it. The donor and the surgeon, both are same person. Not only he is donating, he himself is doing the surgery also. So he put his hand and he started removing the eye, but he was not able to remove with one hand. So he has to use the arrow to remove his other eye. He needs two hands. So he put his feet on the second eye, Shiva's eye. Understand? He put his feet on Shiva's second eye, where that spot is there. And about to remove the second eye, Shiva appeared. The story says, Shiva appeared. My son, I have just tested your devotion. I have just tested your devotion. Whatever you did, if you see from the physical level, normal level, it is sacrilegious. Spitting water, putting the flower which was used, put in your head, and offering the meat which you tasted. Finally, above all, putting your feet on that God. But your devotion is so amazing, so great. Your devotion is such, from today you will be called as Kannappa, means father who gave me eyes. Understand? Only your father can give some part of your body. Only your father or mother can give some part of your body. At least in those days, when transplantation was not common. So Shiva says, you gave me eye. Because you gave me eye, I call you as my father. Because you gave, kan means in Tamil eye. You will be called as father who gave me the eyes. And the story says, that moment he became enlightened. That old guy who was hiding, he ran and fell at the feet of the hunter devotee and said, I have never seen this devotion. What you have done may be not according to the tradition, but even your devotion is beyond tradition. His devotion, feeling connected, opening up. Somehow he opened up to a statue, to an idol, just to one murti. And he felt Shiva is there. And he was running around like it is his responsibility to take care. His whole day, whole life, Shiva has become center. His whole being, he has become center. That is why he is able to go to the extreme of removing his both eyes, his two eyes. Feeling connected, opening yourself. Actually, if you open yourself to anything, that will become alive, because opening up is so powerful that will make you also alive. As I was telling you yesterday, whenever you feel life, energy in you, be very clear, you are opening up. That is the only thing which can bring energy and life to you. That is why when you are in love with somebody, you are so energetic. High, not after marriage. Not after marriage. Somebody asked, one son is asking father, "Father, how much it costs to get married?" Father said, "I don't know, because still I am paying for it." Son asked the father, "Father, in those days, ancient India, it seems that men will not know about women till they get married." Father says, "Not only in those days, ancient India, that anywhere, everywhere, men will not know about women till they get married." It's anywhere, my son, anywhere. When you are in love, your whole being is filled with energy, means you are open. When you open up, not only you make the other person, the object to which you open, also becomes alive. When you open up, not only you, the object or the person to which you open up, that also becomes alive. That also becomes divine.
India has given birth to great Paramahamsas, mystics, saints and divine avatars who have consistently delivered this world from darkness to light. One such enlightened master, exuding divine grace, overwhelming compassion and unfathomable spiritual knowledge, all at a very young age, is Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
Koti Surya Swarupinam Anandagandha Ishwaram Bhakta Hridaya Nivasinam Nithyanandam Namostude. Koti Surya Swarupinam Anandagandha Ishwaram Bhakta Hridaya Nivasinam Nithyanandam Namostude.
Nithyananda was born as Rajashekharan, the second son of his parents Arunachalam and Lokanayaki, in the temple town of Tiruvannamalai, South India. 10 days after he was born, the family astrologer predicted that Rajashekharan would grow up to become a Raja Sannyasi and guide the world, something his parents were not happy to hear. At the age of 10, Rajashekharan was initiated by Raghupati Yogi. In his moment of initiation, Rajashekharan was blessed with a vision of Parashakti. He went home and carved the vision he had in soapstone. One day, Rajashekharan was found etching a complex shape on a copper foil. It was the sacred Sri Chakra. The Shri Chakra is believed to be a diagrammatic representation of the cosmos. Sri Ramana Maharishi, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Sharada Devi were sources of inspiration for young Rajashekharan. At the age of 12, on the sacred day of Buddha Purnima, Rajashekharan had an intense encounter with the divine, an out-of-body experience that was to change the course of his life. By his 17th year, Rajashekharan's spiritual quest became too fierce to be ignored. He left home on a journey of arduous self-discovery with no assurance whatsoever, but only a glimpse of the divine he received at the age of 12. He wandered far and wide, studying and practicing meditation, from Tapovan in the Himalayas to Kanyakumari in the south, from Dwarka in the west to Ganga Sagar in the east. He wandered for 7 years in India and in Nepal. With just 2 pieces of clothing and a kamandalu, a holy water jug, and with no idea of where his next meal would be. One day in Gaurikund, he beheld a breathtaking vision. A young man with a glowing countenance and flowing locks was walking towards him with long strides and divine grace. Wonderstruck and gazing at him, Rajashekharan realized that this was none other than Mahavtar Babaji, the enlightened master dwelling in the Himalayas for thousands of years in perpetual youth. It was this great saint who looked at him and uttered the name Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda, an enlightened being in a physical body, young at heart but wise in mind. Rajashekharan undertook years of rigorous penance, intense meditation practices, and in-depth study of yoga, tantra, Vedanta, and Shaiva philosophies before he attained the ultimate state of consciousness, the state of Nithyananda, or eternal bliss. Word of the charismatic saint rode the winds in every direction. People visited Nithyananda from far and near. Effortlessly, he won their hearts. The time had come, and Nithyananda was ready to execute the real purpose of his divine birth, the purpose as a guru, as a master to the entire humanity. Life Bliss Foundation is his worldwide movement to spread his message of meditation and inner bliss. With its spiritual nerve center in Bangalore, India, and its Western Hemisphere headquarters in Los Angeles, USA, it operates through 1,000 centers and over 78 upcoming ashrams in 30 countries, causing transformation of humanity through transformation of the individual. How does one describe this great master? The charm of a child, the healing hands of a doctor, the compassion of a mother, the wisdom of a guru. To those who struggle under the many burdens of life, his presence itself is the answer they seek. In his arms, thousands find refuge, the ailing, the needy, and the seekers of God. The Master is an invitation to a journey inwards. In his own words, "Just allow me to light your being, then you will know that you are pure consciousness and your being pure bliss."
Nityam Sharanam Gacchami, Dhyanam Sharanam Gacchami, Anandam Sharanam गच्छामि नित्यानन्दं शरणं गच्छामि
नित्यं चरणं गच्छामि ध्यानं चरणं गच्छामि आनन्दं चरणं गच्छामि नित्यानन्दं चरणं गच्छामि नित्यं चरणं गच्छामि ध्यानं चरणं गच्छामि आनन्दं शरणं गच्छामि नित्यानन्दं शरणं गच्छामि
नित्यं शरणं गच्छामि ध्यानं शरणं गच्छामि आनन्दं शरणं गच्छामि नित्यानन्दं शरणं